Here's a story of a man named Brady who was a lovely girl. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother. The youngest one. That's the story of the Shady Bunch or the Brady Bunch, whatever you want to call them. What's up, guys? It is Thursday, October 17th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 866,146. Another 1,000 blocks. TikTok next block. It's getting a little cooler here in Las Vegas. Not cool, but it's getting cooler. Actually, human temperatures we can actually survive in. And I watched that interview again, and I watched the pundits talk about the interview with Kamala Harris. And I'm just watching this thing, thinking about what other people, how they're feeling, right? Because obviously us on this channel, we're going to say she did terrible, right? And then the people on the left, and I heard them having a meltdown today. CNN, MSDNC, all the liberal news stations. Man, I'm telling you, if there's an election and it goes through and Trump wins, oh my God, I can't wait to see their reaction. Anyways, the liberal media had a meltdown, of course. And what do you think they said? Oh, he's a misogynist. He's a racist. Talking about Brett Baer, the guy that interviewed Kamala Harris. And he kept interrupting her. He kept doing this and that. He disrespected her because she's a woman. She's a woman of color, and she did great and all this sort of stuff. And again, it doesn't matter what we say about it. It matters what the undecided independent, I guess, voters are going to say about it. And obviously it was on Fox News. So do you think the Fox News viewers, even though Fox News, again, is not the most Trumpiest channel or news station, do you think those people, do you think she got one vote and say, oh man, I'm voting for her now? Probably not too many, right? So what about the independents and the undecideds, if there are any undecideds? Did they vote? Did they say, man, you know what, I'm going for her now? I'm trying to be objective about this. I don't think so. What did she do? What did she say? What did she accomplish? What did she, what did she uncover that you didn't know about her before? Besides, she doesn't take any responsibility for the border or the economy or anything that's bad that's happened in this country. What did you learn about her? I don't know. And I'm just watching this thing, and I'm just like, wow, man. This thing is working. What they're doing, the mainstream media and the propagandists, man. Because if you actually believe that this woman is the best thing for this country, my God, man. This is why I say, literally, if Satan came down today and replaced Kamala Harris, and I'm going to go against Donald Trump, they would vote for Satan over Donald Trump. Again, people are not voting for Kamala Harris. They are voting against Donald Trump. And that's what it all comes down to. And speaking of Donald Trump, he was on Patrick Bet-David's show today. And I got to say, that was pretty cool to see him up there. I love Donald Trump and everything, but he tends to ramble a little bit. And if you heard Donald Trump talk once, you probably heard him talk 1,000 times, heard him talk 1,000 times. It's just, he pretty much says the same thing. But the thing about Trump that I will give him is, what do they call that thing? When they ask him a question, then he starts veering off somewhere else, but he always comes back. I forget what they call it something. But he can sit there and have a conversation for a few hours, you know what I mean? Unscripted. And again, that gets him in trouble because everything he says, the mainstream media dissects it, and turns a little sentence that that was out of context, of course, into a whole segment on CNN or MSDNC about him wanting to send the military to your house if you don't vote for him. Man, that guy is Teflon Don, man, I'll tell you. And when he's up there talking, I'm thinking, again, because if you heard and seen Donald Trump, everybody knows Donald Trump. You've seen him talk a million times. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, could Kamala Harris even think about doing this? Seriously, could she go up there unscripted, Doesn't matter if it's Patrick Bet-David's or anybody's, somebody outside the left-wing media, okay? I will say that. And just go up there and just have a candid conversation. She can't. And the reason why she can't, not because she doesn't have the ability to sit down and talk to someone. Of course she can. But there's two things about her. Three things. Number one is she's a puppet. Number two, she's pretending to be somebody she's not. Actually, another thing. 3, she's not that talented. And 4, she's not talented. You know what I mean? Did I say puppet? She's not talented. She's not it, man. And again, I'm saying that, I'm trying to say it objectively. Obviously, I'm not objective, okay? But, I mean, there's so many more talented people in the pool of candidates, in my opinion. I mean, if they would have picked Gavin Newsom and Michelle Obama, either way, either top or bottom of the ticket, probably would have to go with Michelle at the top of the ticket and Gavin Newsom at the bottom of the ticket. I don't think Donald Trump would have won. I just don't. I mean, those two are just... And you got to give Gavin Newsom credit, because I was scared of him. Gavin Newsom scum, or I like to call him the American Psycho. That movie with homeboy from Batman. I think his name is Christian Bale. That was a cool movie. He looks and acts just like the American Psycho. If they would have picked those two, even, well, maybe not Pete Buttigieg. He's talented too. He's the biggest bullshit artist they got in the Democrat lineup with politicians. They could have picked a lot more people than Kamala Harris. I mean, think about it, right? Take all the, on the federal level now, okay? Take all the politicians on the Democrat side, all of them, right? All the House of Representatives, 200-something of them, the senators, 50 of them, and put them all in a bowl, and then put Kamala Harris in that bowl. And you tell me, where's she at? Is she below average? Is she above average? Or is she the top of the cream of the top? I mean... me personally, I put her at the bottom. And again, these are all people I don't like. Okay, I will put her at the bottom of that peripheral, whatever the word is, barrel. I'd put her at the bottom. Okay, and I think you guys would too. Again, the only reason she got elected or selected to be vice president in the first place was because she's a quote-unquote black woman. I think she was a diversity hire. Also, he called her out, or she called him out, Joe Biden, on the Democratic National Convention, the DNC, when they were the debate stage, when she almost basically called him a racist. She didn't say it, but, and she told him off. She's pretty, stuff like that, and they knew they can get the black bourgeoisie vote. And also, she's like a female version of Barack Obama, the looks and stuff like that. So he picked her. You know what I mean? He picked her for that. You think he picked her because she's talented? And also, too, he picked her, I believe, that just in case he started getting old and senile and they're going to kick him out, that was his insurance policy. and it worked for a while. It worked. All the way up until a month of the coup that happened to Joe Biden, before June 27th. April, May, June, they were all saying that Kamala Harris is weighing down the ticket, and she's not talented. Liz Cheney was dissing her. A lot of left-wing people were dissing her. She just didn't do a good job, and she's just not talented. She doesn't do any interviews, and she's just blah. You know what I mean? But because of all the circumstances that happened with the black bourgeoisie saying that, hey, if you don't pick her to be the president nominee, and the donor money, the delegates, and all this other stuff, she had to get picked because Joe Biden, cognitively speaking, stepped out in front of the whole world and everybody saw it, and the mainstream media couldn't lie about it anymore because they're just like, man, even we can't lie about this. And this was on national TV on June 27th on the debate stage. So they picked her reluctantly, and even Barack Obama endorsed her late and reluctant. Okay. So now you have that, and you're just like, okay, you got this woman now, and what happens the first month? Oh, it's all joy, and she's great. And she did the basement strategy. Not literally in the basement like Joe Biden, but she actually just she didn't do any press conferences, any interviews. What I mean by the basement is she didn't do what a normal president does. Goes on every show. Nowadays, in 2024, you go on podcasts and social media situations, and, she just did scripted rallies and said the same exact thing every rally. And, you know, it was just joyous. Like, oh my God, finally, you know, we got somebody young and vibrant. And again, this will tell you everything you need to know how bad Joe Biden was doing, how much they didn't like Joe Biden secretly, is when they dropped Joe Biden for Kamala Harris and they were happy about it. And again, Kamala Harris was nobody's first pick. But then what happened? The basement strategy was not working anymore. It just wasn't, man. And now, because they think a lot of people are stupid, which the Democrats are stupid. People that vote for these people are stupid. A lot of them, not all of them, but most of them are. And by the way, I meant to say this too in the beginning. When she was talking on Fox News, when she was doing that interview, who do you think she was talking to? Do you think she was talking to the whole country, or she was just talking to her constituents? Do you think she was talking to independent and undecided voters and Republicans and America First patriots? No, she was just talking to her Democrat constituents because they think that's enough. You know, they think these people are just blindly stupid. And the problem is, once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And even some of the Democrat Party are moving away. To me, a white liberal, a person that's white, that's a liberal. First of all, I can't stand these people. Not all of them, of course, but the ones that claim that I need help, I need their help, I'm a victim, talking about me as a black man and stuff like that. But then if you tell them that you like Trump and all that, they immediately turn their back. I had a guy on Facebook the other day, we were arguing, this white guy. He started calling me boy. Called me boy twice on Facebook. And all I'm thinking was, I wonder if he said that to my face. Probably not. And, you know, these are the people that are saying all this racism and all this. Malcolm X said it best. A white liberal is a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're snakes, and they're the ones that are racist. And again, I don't give a shit about racism, but trust and believe, most white liberals, not all of them, are not your friends, okay? And so Kamala Harris did the basement strategy for a while, and a lot of people, a lot of blacks, a lot of liberals, and dare I say, common sense Democrats were like, nah, she's not it. Now, I may not vote for Donald Trump, but I can't do this. This woman is, nah. So then she picked Tim Walz, excuse me. The establishment picked Tim Walz. And lo and behold, he was a terrible pick because they're racist on the Democrat side because they can't pick Josh Shapiro because he's a Jewish man, and the left wing, the far left wing of the party, the Palestinian wing of the party wouldn't have had that because of their little civil war going on with the Israel-Palestine situation. And so she had to come out of hiding. And when she came out of hiding and did some interviews, even the softball, I mean, you talking about the easiest layup interviews, she was screwing them up because, again, guys, she don't have it. She's pretending to be like somebody else. And her biggest mistake was on the most easiest network, the person that, the network that loves them the most, The View, and the person that loves her the most, Sunny Holston. She couldn't answer that simple question. You were hiding in the basement for a month and a half, and you mean to tell me your team didn't get you prepared to answer the question, what's the difference and what would you do different than Joe Biden? You couldn't answer that question. So my question is this, with all that being said, how in the hell, excuse me for the wind, how in the hell are these people even thinking about voting for these people or for Kamala Harris? And I'll tell you what it is. It's the lies, the manipulation, and the propaganda being spread on a reputable channel and all the channels, and I've heard people tell me this, on the mainstream media. I mean, think about it. You turn on the local news, ABC, CBS, NBC, they're all talking bad about Trump. They mix in a little good here and there just to make it sound fair. You go to MSDNC on cable and CNN, and it's just, again, CNN obviously not as bad as MSDNC. MSDNC is just, again, at this point, they're just they're just a full-blown Kamala Harris channel right now, just full-blown, and Trump derangement syndrome channel, just full-blown. So you come home from work, 2 jobs or whatever, and you look at this stuff and you're just like, wow, okay, Trump's bad. All right, you don't have time to research. And that's why they're winning. Nobody thinks Kamala Harris is doing good. Every time I ask somebody what Kamala Harris is doing good, because again, Joe Biden's economy is bad. 79, 80% of people are not happy in this economy. So why in the fuck would these people vote for him? Because these people are liars on TV. And it is criminal what they're doing. It's not just that they're lying about Donald Trump and boosting up Kamala Harris and lying about it. It's not just that. These people are literally getting paid to run campaign ads for Kamala Harris, because that's what they're doing. This is a campaign ad 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on these stations, man. And it's just like, this got to be something. I get it, you know, free speech and everything else. I get that, man. But it's just like, come on now. This got to be some kind of election interference or tampering or something, man. Like, my God, it's just so overtly biased, man. Anyways, it just makes me sad that a lot of people are going to actually pull the lever. Not literally, but that's the old way. But some people, some places still do it. And they're going to vote for somebody that goes against their best interests. And by the way, I might make a video about this. But by the way, if you're a black person in this country and you live in a lower income level or a lower income neighborhood and you vote for Kamala Harris, I try to tell these people all the time that you're not smart, okay? You are literally going against your own best interests, because they will replace you. You're talking about the great replacement theory. They will replace you with these illegal immigrants, and they don't care. Because once they get them in, they know they're going to vote at a 90% clip for the Democrats, and they're not going to need your black ass anymore. They're just not. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, listen. We got less than 3 weeks. We got, what, 19 days, 18, 19 days, whatever it is, until hopefully this election comes. And we got to vote the right way. And I'm not going to tell anybody, yeah, I am. Vote for Donald Trump, okay? And if you're somebody that just hates Donald Trump and you can't stand him, don't fucking vote for Kamala Harris. I'm not going to tell you to stay home, because a lot of us, you know, had to fight our you know, people before us had to fight for us to vote. So I'm not going to tell anybody to stay home, but you got better choices than Kamala Harris. You got Jill Stein and the other dude. But guys, if you worry about your groceries and crime and nuclear wars and just the overall safety of this country and illegal immigrants coming here and in this country, I mean, you look at every policy, everything that's going on in this country, they did bad. I mean, if you made a plan to destroy this country, you couldn't do it any better than this administration. So please, guys, don't vote for Kamala Harris. And the people that are going to vote for Donald Trump, do me, yourself, your family, and your future generations a favor. Make sure you get registered to vote if you're not registered already. Register as many people as you can to vote, and bring them all with you to vote and take our country back peacefully and safely. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you. God bless this country. And God bless all the people that lost their lives from these illegal immigrants. It's sad. I'm starting to think about that while I'm doing this video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.